This is Fearless Careerist with Dr. Catherine Robert. On this podcast preview, Catherine shares how her career choices led to her interest and research in career transitions.
I also found that employees stay in their jobs when they feel good about their work, like their coworkers, and believe they are making a difference, even when the pay is too low.
Here's Catherine Robert.
Why did you decide to get your first job? For the vast majority of us, it was to earn money. For me, it was all about earning money to buy the red 10-speed bicycle. But why did you choose that particular job? I took the first opportunity that came my way to earn money for the red bicycle, babysitting for the neighbor's kids. Fast forward to college, and I faced an ocean of possibility with no real clue of what I wanted to do. Like my first job choice, I bumped into opportunities along the way, eventually running a successful bookkeeping business. But I continued to search for the calling, the perfect job that I was magically intended to do. As Oprah Winfrey shared, "You are the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul." I took control and went to my space. I tapped into that space of divine flow where all beings, all things are connected. That space is real. When you tap into that space, divine flow, that universal energy, you become untouchable in what you were called to do. Years later, when I moved into working in schools, I had an inkling of that divine flow and enjoyed many years as a teacher, administrator, then professor, in which I taught, mentored, and researched about how we create effective schools and support students in their educational journey. I trained school clerks in how to enter data and build reports. I taught English. I supported new teachers in their critical first year of work. I built an induction and mentoring program for new administrators, and I counseled school employees, ranging from clerks to school district administrators, who were not performing well. The people that contribute to the work of schools vary in their levels of education and skill, but they are all integral parts of the whole system. What they all had in common was that each person had a reason for being there, which in schools hopefully included an interest in working with kids. Each person held a perception about how they were doing at their job, and each person who was thinking about moving to a different job went through a mental journey when considering their options. As a professor, I studied employee turnover, employee misconduct, and how we create and implement policy to run our organizations well. I found that employees leave jobs when they don't feel safe and or supported. They leave for better circumstances, and they leave for new jobs, whether promotions or different work that they have a passion for. I also found that employees stay in their jobs when they feel good about their work, like their coworkers, and believe they are making a difference, even when the pay is too low. Our career choices are often subject to both external and internal forces that ebb and flow depending on our time in life and our unique circumstances. How do we know when it is time to look for another job? Is it okay to pick the first opportunity that comes our way? How can we find the one right job for us, and does that even exist? How do we know if leadership is the right path, or should we continue and develop our subject matter skills? Finally, how do we know when we can stop looking for work? What should the end game look like? Fearless Careerist will answer these questions and more by hearing from people who have fearlessly pursued their work. Each week, we'll hear an inspiring story of one person's career journey. Thank you for joining me for the preview of Fearless Careerist. Join me next week for our first installment with Dr. Eileen Ediger, a fearless careerist who has designed educational programming for pre-K through higher education. I'm so excited you're here. And remember, you're not alone on your career journey. Together, we can share our stories, move boldly into that perfect job, and we can light the path for our future fearless careerists. I'm Catherine Robert, and I can't wait to hear your story.
Fearless Careerist is available on Spotify and iTunes. Subscribe there or visit us at catherinerobertedd.com.